Hello, Julie.
Hello, Carolyn.
And welcome back.
Thank
oh, my
you.
goodness.
Oh.
Did we ever miss you?
Oh, I missed you guys. But I have to say, Colorado is beautiful.
Oh, I would assume so.
Did you know that the person, and I meant to look it up who the person was, who wrote America the Beautiful, was inspired by the views from Pikes Peak. And when you listen to the lyrics of that song, having been there now, I know exactly what they're talking about.
Wow.
It's gorgeous.
Well, we're glad to have you back.
Well, I'm glad to be here.
Yeah.
I'm glad it's Tuesday.
Yes. Oh, I forgot to say, but you already know, it's Tuesday. And so welcome back, Julie.
Thank you.
And because we missed you so much, we, I've got a pile of books to talk about.
Oh, good.
So, but you did have a good vacation?
I did have a good vacation.
Okay, and you love Colorado, but
I love coming back home. Yes.
Oh, see,
yes.
There you go. You don't have to worry. Julie's here.
Not that my grandchildren wanted me to come home.
I know. You're such a fun granny. But anyway, we have a whole bunch of books
to
talk about.
A lot of new, brand spanking new books. Yeah.
So this one is called 6 Walks in the Footsteps of Henry David Thoreau. So just before we went on air, Julie and I were talking about a restaurant in Keene. Because Thoreau did visit Keene, and he climbed Mount Monadnock. And I think there's a marker up there that says Henry David Thoreau. But there used to be a restaurant in Keene, which is now Margarita's, that used to be Henry David's.
And I didn't know that's what it was for. Henry David's been there tons of times, never knew. Yeah. And
so this, the 6 Walks, and it's by Ben Shattuck, and it's a book of loss and redemption, fear, and fragile hope. So I think Thoreau, Bill McKibben wrote something, and Hernan Diaz says it's a moving meditation on nature and history. So in the autumn morning of 1849, Henry David Thoreau stepped out of his front door to walk the beaches of Cape Cod. Over a century and a half later, Ben Shattuck does the same. With little more than a loaf of bread, brick of cheese, and a notebook, he sets out to retrace Thoreau's path through the Cape's outer beaches from the elbow to Provincetown's fingertip. So, actually, this looks really fascinating.
Doesn't it? And I especially like that it was in the fall. Because the Cape is a whole different place in the fall than it is in the summer.
It certainly is. I think it's so much better.
I do too.
and it's a hardcover, but I love the greenery.
Yes, it looks very nature. It does. Yeah.
So if you don't come and get it, I'm taking it.
And then you're going off to the Cape.
And then I'm going off to the Cape. I know. Well, Henry David is a favorite of mine.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay, this is a new one, brand new one by Don Winslow, City of Fire. And I've been a fan of his for a while because I like the way he writes. Mm-hmm. And when I opened the book, guess what? It's taking place in Providence, Rhode Island.
No way!
Yes.
Your old stomping grounds.
My old stomping grounds, and then they go to the beach. They call it something else, but it's Narragansett Beach. Ah. And so there's all these familiar things. And it's about the Irish and the Italian mafia families. The kind of outlaws with the good heart.
Oh, always.
But but for me it's an interesting read because I recognize the things that they talk about, the places that they're on.
Yes.
Because I lived them, and so and it's a really good gangster story. You know the gangs of New York. This is the gangs of Providence.
Providence. Now, would you say, having grown up there, do you think it's a pretty realistic portrayal?
Oh, absolutely.
Absolutely. Oh, that's good to know.
Absolutely. The names have been disguised to protect the innocent, but they're thinly disguised from
for you.
for me, because growing up there, and I knew some of the people. But yeah, so this is a very good book. It's good history, good crime, and it's about family mostly, and how family can get you into trouble. Lots of trouble.
Lots of trouble.
But it's a family book.
Oh, good.
So although the family is like a little sketchy, but hey, most families are.
Most families are. That is very true.
So these books by E.J. Gandolfo, these are quite tasty little reads. And this Veronica Howard is, and these are vintage mysteries, and it says, once again, Veronica Howard is drawn into a web of lies, deception, and murder. And they're very, very vintage. But they're small, quick reads, but very, very satisfying.
And there's several of them,
there's
right?
Several. These
There's at least 4.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Actually, there are 4. And I picked out one, and you picked out the other one. So independently. Yes, but 1 and 3 are probably at the library.
Yeah, or checked out, because already they have quite a readership.
Yeah, because they're quick reads, very interesting. The plots are, they're easy.
And isn't vintage meaning the 1980s, which made me giggle? Because
Right.
I'm like,
Is it
oh Lord,
vintage?
the 1980s are vintage.
Right. We all know.
Oh.
But anyway, these are really quick, good reads, perfect for summer. Because you don't want to spend all day inside reading.
That's right.
And so they're easy to transport. You can read them outside, and they're quick reads, and very, very interesting, and well written.
Oh, good.
So
Good.
and very, very interesting. And it's the E.J. Gandolfo. That sounds like a great. And I love the book, the scenes, the book covers.
Yes, the book covers are very nice.
Big eyes.
Yes.
Yeah, that's she's vintage, that's for sure. But anyway, so these are good, and there's 4 of them. I happen to have 2 and 4 here in my hand, but 1 and 3.
They are either checked out or somewhere.
And
I think they're checked out.
I don't think you have to read them in order, because she explains the character in each of them, and each tale is in and of
separate.
itself.
Yeah.
So, but these are a good summer read, quick.
Yes. I like the titles
covers,
too.
yeah.
A Tale of Deceit, Tasting Death.
And I love the colors. They're kind of pretty and purpley. I like them. So these are good for you for summer.
Oh, good. Oh, and speaking of covers, this next one, we knew we hadn't reviewed this one because we knew we would have commented on this cover.
This is good.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Oh, and how handsome is Brad?
Oh, yes. He's much younger than I thought he was.
So too. Brad, the Rising Tiger. It's a thriller.
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, what a handsome guy he is. And this is about an unprecedented, potentially nation-ending threat has materialized on the world stage. Fearful of the global consequences of engaging this enemy, administration after administration has passed the buck. Doesn't that sound like Washington?
Here you have it. Hot potato.
Hot potato, right. So this is a thriller.
He does do good thrillers, doesn't
Yes, he does.
Yes, he does. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah. Rising Tiger. Yeah, and this is
the tiger is
is
just,
just-
and having recently been to the zoo with my grandkids, we saw a tiger up close and personal. Yes.
So, this is a good one.
Yeah.
If you don't come and get it, I'm taking it. Yeah, because it's brand new.
Brand new. So many new books.
Okay. So
Here, Carolyn, let me take that off your lap.
Oh, thank you.
You're going to run out of space there.
Yeah, no,
You are tiny.
my lap is never ever experienced. But my oldie but goodie.
Oh, I was so happy when you picked this book. I've read it several times, actually.
Me too. Me too. Colleen McCullough. I think this is the first book I had read by her.
Me too.
The
I think
Thornbirds,
that it is
yeah.
not the first book she wrote, but it
No.
is the first book many people read of hers.
And because there was a TV series
Yes.
with
Was it something Chamberlain? Richard Chamberlain?
Richard Chamberlain,
Yes.
Dr. Kildare.
Yes.
Well, some of our watchers may not be familiar that far back, but Richard Chamberlain was a hot throb.
Yes, he was.
Yes, he was, and he was a hot throb in the Thornbirds.
Yes, he was.
So the Thornbirds is about life in Australia, and it's just a wonderful, sweeping read about Australia and about people and the countryside and all the romance and oh my God.
Yes. And it's sweeping is a good word for it
Sweeping,
because
yeah.
it just goes across so much time and so much physical space too,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And she falls in love with a priest and, well, we know that is never going to work out.
Exactly. But boy, doesn't it bring up some things.
Mm-hmm.
So, it is a sweeping love story and it's you know, it's
I
still
would say it's
relevant.
timeless, yes.
It's timeless. It's
Yeah.
relevant. Yeah.
Yeah. And I love to read about the outback in Australia, you know? And I think maybe a lot of it is still probably the same because the outback is still a pretty harsh place to live.
Right.
Yeah.
So this is a very good book. If you have not read anything by Miss McCullough, Colleen, this is a good one to
This is
start.
a great one to start
This,
with, yeah.
yes, and and if you read this, then you're going to be a devoted fan.
Mm-hmm.
And she has written other
Has, yes.
just as good books. So,
Yeah, I agree.
so that's my recommendation, my oldie but goodie.
Oldie but goodie. Good
Yeah.
choice. Very
Good
good choice. Yeah.
So I think that is
Is that it? Are we going to see you on Saturday?
absolutely.
Absolutely.
We're going to do Sneak Peek Saturday.
Will I ever not giggle when you say that? I think not.
Well, it's our trademark. Sneak Peek Saturday.
Oh.
Yeah. So anyway, tune in for Sneak Peek Saturday.
I can't wait to see what you read. I know you never tell me till
No,
that minute. So.
That's right. So
Yeah.
So we're going to have a really good book that I'm going to read the first page of.
Yay.
Whet your appetite. And so come and visit us at the library because we love to have people come in and read books.
Yes, we do. And if you have something to recommend, write it in the comments because we read those comments.
That's we think, yeah, we really like them. Except when they say, "What are you doing?" No, write it in your comments and please feel free to ask us anything about any of the books we have, how to get them.
Yeah.
Can we, and if you're in a spot that perhaps you can't always come to the library,
We can get to you.
let us know because we can get to you.
Yeah.
Because we really, really want everybody to have a good book to read.
Most definitely. Most
Okay,
definitely.
then. Thank you, Julie.
Thank you, Carolyn.
See you next week.
Bye.